Hi, senior jailites. How are you today? Well, this is my 60th live video for senior jail. Can you believe it? I can't. And I had to get all gussied up, and wear my fine jewels. They just don't do justice on this thing. If you were here in person, you could see how absolutely fascinating and real. See, they're all real diamonds because I got them downtown in Los Angeles, and I got the tiara, and I got this bejeweled necklace, and I got these earrings, and I got all these bracelets, and they're all real diamonds. They promised me they were oh, I forgot the rings too. Look at this lovely ring. There's a pretty ring, and here's a pretty ring. Real diamonds. They were on sale downtown Los Angeles for $40. So I wear them on special occasions. And because this is my 60th live video, I just can't believe it. I thought I would get all gussied up for you all. Now, got lots to talk about today. The first is, I think, the subject of willingness. We all hate that. But excuse me, willing to go on and be on live, even though I cough, even though my jewels don't sparkle as much as I want them to, but willing to try something new, willing to do something differently, willing to not always have the answers, willing to move past, yeah, but, that's always a fun one. Willing to move from, I can't. This is one I used to kind of live around. Willing to do it instead of waiting for somebody else to do it. So, one of the things I've always, excuse me, I've been, I never seem to remember to get a glass of water before I start these things. Anyway, willing to be imperfect. So I have said for years that I wanted to make a difference in a much larger circle than I had been making a difference. Now, I know I've influenced a lot of people's lives in the field of addiction, and but there's something inside of me that wants to help more people. And I used to wonder, why is it taking so long? And one of the answers I got was that I had to wait, because had I been given the opportunity, like in this forum, years ago, 25 years ago, I would have been doing it out of ego. So it was kind of like my higher power said, oh man, don't let her have the platform yet. She should just get up there and do her smoke and mirrors. Anyway, I'm seeing some very sweet comments. Thank you, Kay. So, then I kept waiting for other people. I went through a long yeah but stage. Well, I would do this, yeah but. It's because of this or because of that. And then that whole period of my self-reliance, I'll do it, but then I've got to figure it all out myself. That is so tiring. I mean, to carry all that weight, oh. And so people would say, oh, Jeannie, we need to get you on video. You're so funny. I think, I don't understand why I'm funny. My mouth gets me into a lot of trouble. But that doesn't stop me. And I waited for, I just waited for somebody to discover me at the drugstore like they did Lana Turner, or waited for somebody to discover me in the typing pool and say, oh, darling, you have way too much talent to be down here in the basement typing with 40 other women. We need to bring you up to the boardroom and let you have a corner office. I kept waiting. And then something happened a couple of years ago. And I did a complete change in the people I was running around with. And it felt very strange because I enjoyed them, but I realized the amount of time that it was taking, and I was just treading water. And so anyway, I found myself with a lot of time on my hands. So I began looking in different places to meet people. I'm not talking about dating. I've been there, done that. The world is not ready for any more of my dating. But so I started taking different online courses, and I met a whole bunch of new people, and I met this group of women that kept saying, well, first of all, I experienced age discrimination with this group of women because they were much younger, and then some were varied ages, but it was like they kind of overlooked me as if we were in a group or a room together. It's kind of as if they paid no attention to me, like their mom was sitting there, or if we all went out, we had a trip together, we went out shopping, I'd say, this is kind of cute, and some one of them would say, yeah, my mom would like that. So I called them on it later on, and I said, you know, I don't know whether you realize that you are discriminating against another woman, but I feel like that's what's happening here. So that was kind of a stunning moment. And the more I got to know them, the more they thought I was funny and began to see some of my qualities. And I thought, you've always wanted to be visible, but you've got to be the one that speaks up. What a concept. So they kept urging me to do videos. And I thought, that's what everybody needs, an old woman with wrinkles being crabby, because it's kind of one of my character assets is crabby. And so that's when I started Senior Jail 60 episodes ago. And it was out of resentment, out of defiance. You know, the mayor shut us down. Nobody had discovered me in the typing pool, so I guess I'll just do it myself with an old Target t-shirt and dirty hair. That was my first episode. You can still see it. It's immortalized in the, YouTube. And it's like, I have been this weird all my life. One of my sisters said, why do you always have these jewels? Because if I got a ring in the Cracker Jacks box, oh my God, it was fabulous. I've always been somewhat gypsy. And, then I married for a while, and my poor husband, bless his heart, we say that in Texas, it doesn't always mean bless his heart, but he was pretty stoic, and he did things the way you're supposed to, even if it was killing him. And so sometimes it was like I was just a little too much. If he thought I was on the internet in these $40 jewels right now, he'd be having heart palpitations, bless his little heart. But the freedom to be who I am. And I've always been a gypsy, always been a truth teller. And for me to be willing to embrace that, whether somebody else approved or not, has been a huge victory for me and the little girl that I see in pictures and what spunk this kid has. And I love watching my granddaughter, because she not only looks like me, but she sometimes acts like me too. And she's a screamer. We're going to have to work on that. Well, I see that Pam Metzger-Pierce is on, and it is her birthday today, so we should all sing happy birthday to her. She's 29, and Pam, you said hello, Princess. Well, I appreciate that, I am not a princess. I am the queen. The queen mother. The queen. Anyway, now I'm deteriorating into silliness. So, I guess if there's anything, any nugget that you can take away from this, it's just be willing. Be willing to be who you are. Be willing to discover who you are. You know, how do you know? Pam says, my mistake, I'll say. You know, just test the waters. And it might be that you like something you've tried. It might be that, that doesn't fit. And that's okay too. You can regroup anytime you want. You can change your mind anytime you want. And I'm not going to use the word pivot because I have this, there again, it's the little rebel in me. Everybody's started to use the word pivot to mean change. And I am not going to be one of the herd. I'm going to be a salmon going the other way. For a long time, I can't understand some of these words. They don't even make sense. For a long time, it was like, this informed that. What does that mean? And leverage took me a long time to figure out. You leverage this, and I'm thinking, well, I know how to leverage something like lift a tire, a car, so you can get to the tire. I mean, it just didn't compute. So, what in your life and where in your life are you hiding who you really are? And why don't you dare to step out? Why don't you just laugh and be silly and be who you are? Or speak up on a subject that no one would imagine you know anything about. Because everybody out there is judging you like they know what you should be. Just some horrible trait we all have as human beings. Well, I'm going to pop into my other group, which is the Fresh Out of Plans community group. Say hello to them, although this is not their scheduled day, but they have to see me in my jewels. And I also remind you in this group of, the Power Princess. Pam, you need to talk to Gary. He's calling me a princess, and he needs to be calling me the queen. But he did say hail, Jeanie, so that's okay. So remember, those of you who are in this group that want to be a part of the Fresh Out of Plans community group can go over to that group, search it on Facebook, Fresh Out of Plans community group, and join. It's a private group, and it's not one where we'll do politics or any kind of advice giving. It is an introspective group and a group where you can be who you are. And in that group, we're going to have a 5-day challenge starting next Monday to do some little introspection and see what other little nooks and crannies in your brain are keeping some old ideas alive that are not helping you. And then toward the end of next week, I'll be talking about a program that I'm going to be offering in September, a 3-month coaching program. And, come over there. You'll be in a smaller group. Oh, now Gary has it right. Jeanie Griffin. Yes, Queen Jeanie reigns. So while we're having fun here and definitely having fun over in the other group, they're an active bunch. Although they didn't listen to my music on Sunday, they must have had another life. I can't believe them not being riveted, wondering what I post. But come over and join us, and then everybody sign up for this free challenge. You can do that on my other website, which is freshoutofplans.com, and it's OUTTA, not out of, Fresh Out of Plans. So I hope you're having a good day. I don't know about you, but I'm starving, so as soon as I finish this, I'm going to go eat something. I had a swim today with my grandkids, and that always wears me out. But it was so wonderful to see them. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and remember that I love you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Adios.